Greetings, Solar System, and welcome back to Ursa Minor Sewing, where today we are finally going to start on the TMNT costume that I have been promising since almost a year ago. That is awful, and so is this mask on my eyeballs, because it's too small. Ugh. Yes, so, finally getting started on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's head on over to my sewing table and I will show you the pattern we're going to be working with, as well as the materials and notions that I've collected. So, this is the pattern we're going to be working with. This is McCall's 7214, and I'm going to be doing the kids version of that. There's a adult version as well. Make sure that you're grabbing the right pattern that you want when you go buy this at your fabric store. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, when I started looking at this and shopping for it, the materials list was a little difficult to decipher. And yes, I know I've got two different colors of nail polish on my hands. Just ignore that. First of all, looking at this picture, it says in the suggested fabrics here that this should be made out of sweatshirt material, jersey, stretch knit, that sort of thing. But when you look at the picture, he looks like he's wearing fleece. So I don't know, maybe you could use like a stretchy fleece to, up to you. Basically what they're saying is that it's good for stretch knit. So for the hat, the shirt, and the pants, they're saying stretch knit. So they say sweatshirt material and or jersey fabric. For that, I managed to get my hands on this olivey green ribbing. They didn't have sweatshirt material or jersey at either of the fabric stores that I had at my disposal, but this is pretty turtley green. And since I'm trying to keep it with the most recent Nickelodeon production, that's about the right color. And I got for myself about 0.7 of a meter of that. But just read the back of your envelope. You'll know how much you need. I'm not going to give you amounts. For the shell portion that they're showing here, both the front and the back, as well as the mask, the elbow pads, and the knee pads, they want you to use felt. Well, again, my local fabric store and craft stores did not have a whole lot of felt, so for the chest piece and the straps, I got this. This is just flannel. It's basically the same stuff. Now, here was the difficult part about deciphering this pattern, is on the back, they say contrast. I don't know if you can see that. See right there? Contrast. Well, what do they mean by that? So I actually had to read the directions to discover that contrast meant the dark green portion on his back, the actual shell. That's what they meant. There's more materials listed on the directions right here. And so they say shell, and then they say shell applique. Well, what do they mean by shell? McCall's, Butterick, anybody, if you're watching this, could you please clear this up, reprint this pattern so to say maybe shell front and shell back? That would be awesome. Really the only beef I have with this pattern. But I soon discovered that what they meant by shell was this front portion. And what they meant by contrast on the back of the envelope, they meant by the back portion. So you're going to need roughly 3/4 of a meter for that. Or just go with a meter to be safe, but that's about how much you're going to need. So for the front of the shell, I got this nice tan flannel. for the back of the shell, I got this dark green, well, it's felt, which doesn't look too bad with this turtle green, but it doesn't really matter. For the applique, you could go green, but I decided to go black because the lines on the turtle shell's kind of black looking. So this is for my applique for the back of the shell. For the knee pads and elbow pads on there, see, I got this kind of dark chocolatey, it's almost a maroon color, but it is brown. So that's what we're going to be using for the pads. For the mask, which is also felt, I just got this. And then I was fortunate enough to match it up to some broadcloth for the sash portion. So that's really the only thing that's not felt or jersey in this pattern is the sash. Okay, so that's for that. For the notions on this, there were a lot of notions. Let me just pull that list out again to make sure I'm not missing anything. You're gonna need some single fold, 1/2 inch wide bias tape for the shirt, and I think you also need it for the pants. You're also gonna need some 1 inch wide and 1/4 inch wide elastic, if I'm reading this correctly. Yes. You're also going to need Velcro. Now they say 5/8 inch wide Velcro. I got 3/4 inch wide. They also say 3/4 inch wide. I don't know where you can get 5/8 inch wide. None of the places I looked at had it. Maybe you can find someplace, but that is that. You're also going to need some heat and bond. And you're not going to need a whole lot of this. You only need about a 16 by 16 inch chunk for the applique on the back. And last but not least, you're going to need batting, like what you would put in a quilt or a duvet cover. And you're also going to need polyfill, which I'm going to be recycling from pillows that are no longer of use to me. So that is the materials list that you need for the TMNT costume for kids. So I'm just getting started on pinning the pattern down. I don't really think it's necessary for you guys to have to see me pin and cut out all of these pieces, but I just wanted to show you something neat that I didn't notice about this ribbing, is that this chunk is just a great big tube. Look at this. There's a fold here, a fold here, which kind of makes sense when you consider that this is supposed to be down like around the hemline of a sweatshirt or the ankles or wrists of sweatshirts and sweatpants. I just thought I'd give you a little show, and there's a bunch of the other pieces there, the pants and the hat. So I'm gonna get this all cut out. I'll be right back to walk you through the rest of it. So there you have it, guys. We have finally begun the journey on the long-awaited Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles costume, McCall's 7214. If you want to follow along with me, go grab one of these right now. You can do it either in adult or children's size. The directions are the exact same. And please be sure to follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook so you can see behind the scenes work. And thank you so much for tuning in and for being so patient for this next video. I really appreciate it, guys. And until next time, where we will be working on putting together the shirt for our little turtle. Happy sewing, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you're not part of the solar system yet, subscribe to my channel. The more celestial bodies, the better. I don't upload regularly, but when I do, you may want to know ASAP. So click the bell to get notified. You can catch a glimpse of what goes on behind the scenes by following my social feeds. And if you want to show me some love, you can give me a thumbs up or buy me a coffee if you're feeling extra friendly. Have Have an excellent day, everyone, and until next time, happy sewing.